Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Mulling League's Chaos Cup. We're in week number 5. It's the midway point of this first competition of the season, and we've got a double header to get the weekend started. We're going to start the night off with Odin. It's Nuffle versus Entanglements, Clypheus versus Conkill, Norse versus Imperial Nobility. Let's take a look at the standings here before we take a look at the two teams up tonight. In Division A, in first place is BB Nuts Bolieve Broncos. They're a Nurgle team. They're 4-1-0 currently, with Ajax's the Fishy Fiends not far behind. They're a Chaos Renegade team in second place. They are 3-1-1, and Galeshi's the Birds of a Feather are an Elven Union team in third place. They are undefeated with a record of 2-2-0. In Division B, in first place, Philosopher's Song, coached by Spire, a Lizardman team. They are 3-2-0. S Beavers, Wooden Men, and Iron Trees, another elf team, this time a Wood Elf team, in second place, 2-2-0. And Cobblestorm's Goner Gets, a Goblin team. They are 2-1-0. We're getting the evening started in Division C tonight. In first place, Doug the Minotaur's Dinner Bell Darlings, a Dwarven team. 5-0-0 is their record, with Clypheus' Odin. It's Nuffle in second place. They are 3-0-0, looking to keep the streak going here tonight. And Moob's NC Snakes, a Dark Elf team, they are 2-2-0 in third place. The home team tonight are going to be the Norse of Odin. It's Nuffle. They have 11 players on their roster. They're coming in a TV of 1,020,000 gold. They have the 2 Wolfburners, the 2 Valkyries, 1 Berserker, a bunch of linemen, and of course, various towns in Northwest England, the Beer Boar, 1 Oppo, 4 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. They're going to be up against this Imperial Nobility team, Entanglements, coached by Conkill. They have 11 players on the roster, but Priscilla Presnott, the number 10 lineman, will be out with an injury this week. That's a TV of 1,035,000 gold. They'll have to pick up the Journeyman. That'll bring them up to an effective TV of 1,080,000 gold. That's 40K going back to the Norse team tonight in petty cash. 10K shy of a Cindy Pie Whistle. I think that'll probably be a couple of rerolls or a couple of assistant coaches, maybe some cheerleaders. We'll see. But 2 of the blitzers, 3 of the bodyguards, a thrower, and a bunch of linemen, 1 apothecary, 3 dedicated fans, and 3 rerolls. How these two teams play against each other. Well, let's take a look at the Norse team first. Look at this. Block and block and block and block and some more block. And hey, did you want some block? Because I've got some block for you. Lots of block on this roster. 4 players with Frenzy as well. Lots of dice being chucked on these blocks. This makes this the bashier team, I would say, in this matchup. Lots of potential to remove players from the pitch. Frenzy on 4 players gives them lots of potential to shove players out of the way as well. Two Beer Boars. What? We've got various Mediterranean isles. Oh, all right. Let's go. Let's go visit the Med, shall we? 2 Beer Boars on the roster this evening. These Beer Boars, of course, very, very fragile, very, very weak. But they have this pick-me-up skill, which means at the end of your opponent's turn, you roll a d6 for every one of your players that is down. And then on a 3+, I'm sorry, on a 3+, that'd be amazing. On a 5+, they stand back up, which is pretty good skill, I'd say. Pretty good skill. These Beer Boars are also stunty and titchy, so their dodges are a 2+. Very, very good pieces to get for an assist or in for a foul. All this Frenzy can be a little bit scary for a Norse team, right? You've got 4 players with Frenzy. They have to follow up. We'll talk about the opposing team in a minute, but generally speaking, they have to follow up and take the second block. Great for getting more dice to try to get knockdowns. Not so great for positioning unless you're very, very careful with where you're taking your Frenzy blocks or your Frenzy blitzes. These 2 Valkyries here are pieces to really watch out for on this roster. Look at this. MA7, Strength 3, Edge 3+. They're a little frail and an AV of 8+, but they've got Catch, they've got Dauntless, they've got Pass. They also have Strip Ball. Very, very good pieces on the roster. I would say really the stars of the show on the Norse team, but everybody's really, really great. This is a team that wants to bash down the opposing team. That's what Clyface is going to try to do. They're a little bit of a glass cannon. You can see 8+ across the board, 6+ on the beer boards, and the Ulf Warners, the strength 4 pieces, just an AV of 9+. So very easy to remove, but they also want to be going in there and getting in your face and blocking you down. So what's the opposing team to do about that? Well, this is an Imperial Nobility team. They are a control team. You have the bodyguards who can stand firm. Of course, you've got these blitzers who are great, but look at this. The linemen all have fend. So if a frenzy player comes in on the lineman and blocks a lineman, fend says, you know what? If I use the fend skill, you can't follow up. So this fend skill can negate that scary frenzy block coming from this Norse team. So Conkill is going to have to find a way to really leverage fend on these 5 linemen tonight, one of which will be a journeyman, and try to negate that frenzy. Or if he can maybe set up a gambit where a frenzy block comes into play, and it's going to be a frenzy trap, right? It's like, oh well, you push me. You know what? I'm not going to use frenzy. You're going to follow up, and now you're out of position. Maybe that second block. Clyface says, you know what, well, I'll take it here because on the second block, if I get knocked down, I'm okay. But on that second block, it's just a push, and now he's in trouble. This is going to be something that Conkill has to think about in this matchup tonight, and it can be a little bit tricky to do, especially when you only have, when you only have 2 minutes on your turn to think about it. There is 7 minutes 30 seconds, of course, on the bonus clock. You can take a little bit more time on your turns than some other turns, but I think Conkill really needs to be on point with the formation, and that's not just the structure of the formation, but that's where all these control pieces go. Conkill wins tonight if they can really lean into this control game and control the pitch. These bodyguards will stand firm, need to be anchors on the pitch. These linemen really need to save the day against these frenzy players, and these blitzers need to be blitzing. They need to go out there. They need to take those blocks. Michael Bolin is a blodger. That's a great piece for not just a harassment piece on maybe defense, but on offense that could be a great ball carrier as well. Block, dodge, and sidestep. I mean, if you've ever seen a War Dancer leveled up, you know that your opponent loathes that combination. So this is the piece to look out for. I think if Clyface, a key piece to look out for, I should say. I think Clyface, if he gets the blocks on these blitzers, he's going to take it, right? He's going to try to remove those very important pieces from the pitch. Once this control team loses the blitzers, if they can control the pitch all they want, but now they've lost their ability to action that control into something. It can be real tough to actually leverage that control without those blitzers. Otherwise, it's a dance between these frenzy pieces and these linemen tonight to see who comes out on top. All right, enough jibber jabbering. Let's see if these coaches are ready to go. We'll get game 1 of 2 tonight underway here. Waiting for this game to get underway currently. Second game of the double header tonight is going to be the Pip Stars versus Goner Gitz, Dead Fred versus Cobblestorm. That'll be Lizards versus Goblins. I'm very excited for that matchup. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. That's coming up. It's scheduled for 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time tonight, so it's about an hour and a half from now. It's UTC -4. This isn't sweltering heat, is it? Oh, I think it is sweltering heat. There it is, the sweltering heat we all know and love. Used to be devastating in the old version of the rules. Now it's still not great, but limited to 3 players, and it's equal between both sides. Odin's Nuffle wins the coin toss. They're going to choose to receive here in the first half of the game. So Entanglements, the Imperial Nobility team, to set up their defense. Secondary Loop, welcome to the stream. Secondary Loop says, and the Norse just straight up melt. Climbus, Electrics Man, SP Beaver, welcome all to the stream. All right, screening out the pitch here with this Imp team. So now Odin and Snuffle to set up their offense. They'll block down this line. Remember, the linemen come with the block skill. The block skill gives you an extra safe die face on your block die. It's a very, very good skill. It's what's the word? I'll call it a pivotal skill. It's a like a basal skill. It's a very, very, very important skill for every team. Currently 4 on the line. I imagine we'll see this whole line, defensive line blocked down. So 2 Frenzy players on the line here by Clypeus. Remember that Fend is going to negate Frenzy. But Frenzy is not optional where Fend is. So Conkill can elect to use Frenzy or not. I think more often than not we'll see, not Frenzy, Fend. Elect to use Fend. I think more often than not we'll see him elect to use Fend, especially when up against Frenzy. Just to avoid those extra block dice, right? If you're getting a 2-die block with Frenzy, a Frenzy block, that could be effectively 4 dice, right? That's a lot of dice. And your opponent just gets all the more chances to knock you over. Clivey says, if I get the block on those blitzers, they're going to get a visit on the ground for the beer board. Yeah, so that's the other great use for these beer boards. Super duper cheap. Oh, I didn't mean to skip through that. Super duper cheap. Great foulers. So very shallow kick by the defense here. It's being kicked to the number 8 lineman over in the right wide zone. On the quick snap, 4 players will get to move 1 space so long as they're not marked. 5 on the line for the offense here. Francia back to receive, but it doesn't look like Francia is going to receive this ball. All right, ball's going to bounce back to the 6-yard line just inside the right wide zone. Turn 1 for the Norse. Not a good start for the Norse. Spends a reroll here. Gets a push against Roland Noose, but Roland Noose has stand firm and can elect to stay right in place. They do elect to stand in place, which means they're going to eat another block here. But again, it's just a push. Roland Noose, the injured bodyguard, stay and put double skulls on the left side of the line. Oh! Not a good start for this Norse team. Nuffle is not kind. Quad skulls on the left side. Spent a reroll here, down to 1 reroll for the half. Norse loses. See, it's too damn hot. The Norse don't know how to deal with this heat. Spire, welcome to the stream. Spire graciously praying to Nuffle. Turn 1 for Entanglements now. They're going to apply a little bit of pressure here with Roger Overland on the left side. Here comes the blitz against that number 8 lineman over in the right wide zone. Got a pound. It's just an 8+ on these Norse. They are fragile. No armor break, though. And that's a mark on the ball. Repositions the blitzer to get behind the ball. Under a minute to go in turn 1. Two players marking the ball now. Henry Rolling Hitch gets in ahead of the ball here, but is marked by the number 5 Norse Berserker on the right side of the line. Odin and Snuffle, just one of 2 teams left in the competition with a clean record, meaning nothing but wins. No draws, no losses. The other, of course, the Dinner Bell Darlings, coached by Doug the Minotaur. And both those coaches, Doug the Minotaur was the Season 3 champion. whereas Clypheus was the Season 2 champion. Entanglements on the bonus clock now here in turn number 1. You get 7 minutes, 30 seconds for the duration of the game. Let's talk a little bit more about the sweltering heat here. So what happens is, at the end of a drive, you roll a D3, and that many players from both sides, from both teams, they're removed. They have heat stroke. Good pickup here by Charles Windsor. The number 6 thrower recovers the ball. And now 1 die against the number 10 lineman back at the line of scrimmage. Gets a knockdown out of this. Again, 8+ breaks armor. There's the armor break. Gets a stun. Boy, it's so hot. Even the icons are... even the icons are wiggling. Turn 2 for Odin. It's Nuffle. If you have a player out with heat stroke at the beginning of the drive, they can't be chosen again as one of the random players that are out. They will be guaranteed to come back onto the pitch. Oh, and it's Nuffle here on turn 2 already. Has to get into a scrum to try to recover this ball. It shows you the importance of scouting out the weather when you're playing a game. They are the home team, but they should have checked the weather report. I mean, if all you do is practice in cold weather, what are you going to do when there's sweltering heat? I mean, that beer is probably disgusting now. 44 seconds to go in turn 2 for Odin and Nuffle. This weekend, I'm going to start work on integrating the Blood Bowl API, so it'll be a while. I got work to do, but eventually we'll have player stats and game stats and all kinds of fun stuff. And I'm very excited for this. 2-die blitz on the ball carrier here. This is only a push. Clive is deciding whether to spend this final reroll or not. Oh, you're right. Yeah, the Valkyries have stripped ball, so this will be a push, but the ball's going to get stripped out of the hands of the ball carrier and pops out perhaps in the most favorable spot. Maybe not the most favorable spot, but a pretty good spot here for Odin and Nuffle. And Valkyries all come with strip ball as rookies. Who decides to base North Stadium in Arizona? I know, right? 2-die block against the number 5 bodyguard's going to get knocked down here. Odin and Nuffle on the bonus clock. Turn 2 now for Entanglements. So on the blitz, got a push against this Valkyrie player. Did strip the ball out of her hands, but she's still standing. Good luck, little beer boar. I believe in you. I mean, just think about him. He's got this giant barrel of war. Is that a... Oh, I thought that was a QR code. I was like, what is that? He's got this giant barrel of warm beer on his back and all that fur in this sweltering heat. I mean, that's... I think that's animal abuse, really. Really. I think by stunning this beer boar, Con Kill is actually doing the right thing. Wow. Got a stun on the beer boar, 3+ dodge away. Take a mark on the ball. .55 seconds left on the clock. 2-die block now against the number 8 lineman. He's going to get pushed one more space onto the sideline. Why not? I thought for sure that would have been a push. Took the knockdown. Two-die against Frezia gets a pow out of this. Armor break on the Valkyrie. Good stun here. This is going to leave Roger Overland available to take the block on the other Valkyrie. Francia gets a knockdown out of this. Just an 8+ to break armor. Doesn't get it. Both Valkyries down. One stunned. The defense picking apart this offense early on that shallow kick. Two-day block back at the line of scrimmage. Uses a reroll here on the double skulls. Gets a knockdown on Slavtown of Ririk, the number 7 lineman. Two more players left to activate, one of which a journeyman. What's his name? Cole Carrickbend? I have no idea what a Carrickbend knot is. There's that block with the lineman, with the journeyman rather. Gets a push out of this. Good action order here by Conkill. Journeymen are always your linemen, your rookie lineman with the loner nega trait. Loner says if you want to spend a team reroll, you have to roll a d6 on a 4+. You get to use the reroll, otherwise you spend it and lose it. Turn 3 now for Odin and Snuffle. They're down to 1 reroll for the half in this sweltering heat. They're hoping very much for a blizzard in the second half. Well, maybe they're not actually hoping for a blizzard, seeing as all their linemen are drunkards. A pow on Ollie Sheepbend, no armor break. Drunkards are a nega trait on Norse linemen, and this means that when they rush, they don't fail on just a 1. They fail on a 1 and a 2. Odin and Snuffle trying to figure out how to get players in on this ball. A number of their players are marked. A number of players might have a difficult time trying to clear their players with Frenzy, since they'll have to follow up. Segnor Sloop says, how are the Norse even still standing with the beer bore stud? I know, right? They should all just wither and die. 18 seconds to go here, turn 13 for the Norsemen of Odin. It's Nuffle. Plath is trying to figure out what they can do here to fight for this ball in the scrum. 1 die block over on the left side of the line will be a push. And Conkill, you can see there, chose to use Fend here. So by using Fend, there's no frenzy follow-up. Odin back on the bonus clock here. Now at 6 minutes 40 seconds. Trying to figure out what to do with the Ulfwereners. Also has the Berserker. Aquitaine, the number 5 Berserker. Tried to tried to dodge the Berserker out on the blitz. Had to spend the final reroll. Gets a push out of this. We'll get a frenzy follow-up into a 2-die. Got the POW here. Looking for a 9+ to break armor. That'd be a big armor break, but they don't get it. Had to follow up, but now has movement points left over with this Berserker. Gets another player on the ball here in turn 3. Under 6 minutes on the bonus clock. Entanglements now up in turn number 3. Unfortunate first turn for Odin. It's Nuffle, as Nuffle was not kind on the die rolls. And combine that with a shallow kick, Entanglements has been able to get in on this ball ASAP and fight for it right from the jump. Again, Conkill up against a former champion here. Clypeus, the Season 2 champion. Conkill doing a great job so far this season. In 4th place currently with a record of 2-0-1. Good armor break. Got the Kaz. That's a removal. One-man player advantage now for Conkill's Entanglements. Permanent removal. Well done. This season, the cut is not to top 4 at the end of the competitions. It will be a cut to top 8. So the top 2 teams from each division will make the cut, as well as the 2 best 3rd place teams between the 3 divisions. So much more opportunity to make the cut this season in all 3 opens. Try to earn a spot for that Blood Bowl at the end of the season. Failed dodge here by Pat Cloverhitch on the blitz. Spends a reroll, gets a push against number 5. And the fight for the ball continues. One die block against number 1 Ulfwerner. I haven't seen a lot of action out of them yet. Gets a push out of the block. And now Conkill back on the bonus clock. Both coaches already down to under 6 minutes on the bonus clock. 2 die block against number 5. Got a pow out of this. 8+ will break armor. There's the armor break. Gets a stun. So the beer bore has an effect of the 7x7 square. It's a radius, quote-unquote, radius of 3 hexes. Hexes. You can tell I'm a wargamer. 3 squares. Turn forward now for Odin and Nuffle. Desperately trying to find a way to recover this ball. If they can recover this ball, they could pull back to safety. Over on the left side here, they still have their line intact. Two-man block back at the line. This is the left guard on the block. Gets an armor break. Gets a KO out of it. 10v10 on the pitch. So despite having Frenzy here on the Ulfwerner, you only follow up if there's a push result on the block. A both down result is does not push a player, so you don't get to take a second block in that case. I say it every time. I say it every time. 900% failure rate. Look, you know what? I don't want to pick on anybody, but it's basic math. A 1 in 6, 900%. That's just math. Failed the follow-up on the Frenzy block here. Had to follow up due to Frenzy. But if you don't have enough movement points. Ooh, got rid of the beer bore here. Now back to a one-man player advantage for Entanglements. If you don't have enough movement points on the follow-up, it has to be a rush, and you've got to roll that rush die. I don't know why the beer board continues to be pinned whenever I select him. I'm not hitting the middle mouse button. 2-die blitz here against the number 10 lineman. Gets a knockdown, no armor break. So Entanglements getting closer to securing this ball. Still, they're not out of the woods. Still duking it out here in turn 4. It's the final turn of the first quarter. Sector Sloop pleading. How do they go on? What do we do now? Three-plus pickup works out. Michael Bolin with the ball runs down to the 16-yard line. Well done. Good recovery here by the blitzer. The defense with possession of the ball. They're setting up a pocket to protect the ball carrier. And now the thrower, Charles Windsor, coming in on the right side to say, yeah, good job, man. Like, I mean, I could have done it, but, you know, it's cool if you want to do it. That's fine. Do you want me to tell you, like how to score a touchdown? Because I can, like, you know, I could teach you a few things if you want. Two-die block against the number 1 Ulfwerner. Back at the line here. This is pretty far behind the ball at this point. Gets a push out of it. Second quarter begins. Odin and Nuffle started this half on offense, but really they were on defense right from the whistle. That we actually mic'd them up. That was actual just talk between them. Black Wolf and Von Roo, welcome to the stream. Odin and Snuffle on the back foot here. What are they going to do? No rerolls left. Coming on the blitz on Cole Carrickbend. Gets a knockdown here. If Fend is used, will not be able to follow up. There it is. Ulfwerner with one more point of movement left, but currently marked by Pat Cloverhitch, so I think that'll be the end of the turn, the end of the activation for the Ulfwerner. "35 seconds to go here in turn number 5. Valkyrie over in the right wide zone stands up. That's Francia, number 4. Jump up by Roger Overland. Jump up block. I promise you I can speak sentences. Jump up block by the number 5 Berserker against Roger Overland here. So jump up. This allows you to not have to spend any MA on standing up. And because you have to spend MA to stand up, typically that means that if you are prone, the only way you're blocking is if you blitz. That's not true with a jump up player. With a jump up player, they can stand up without spending MA, and it means they get an opportunity to block. They have to roll a die to do so, but it's a really good skill, right? Because when you're prone, you're often kind of left with a choice, right? It's like, well, I'll either just stand him up, or do I really need to take my one blitz with this guy? Not so with these jump up berserkers here. They can just stand up, and if Nuffle wills it, they get a block out of it, and that's a great advantage here. Got the knockdown against Roger Overland, but man, failed the dodge. I thought it was a rush. Failed the dodge. So it's also important to note here, let's just ignore the marks for a moment. This player has has frenzy, right? So you really have to be careful of setting up your players within 2 spaces of the sideline, because this frenzy player could conceivably block, and now you're surfed. Now, of course, this defender has fend, so that's not going to happen. But still, that's something to be mindful of when you're up against frenzy players. Entanglements can just walk this ball in here on turn number 5. And they do. There it is. Well done. 1-0 the score. Entanglements on defense take the lead. All right, simmer down there, buddy. You don't need to like flex. So you can see 1 out with heat stroke for each team. It's going to be Henry Rolling Hitch, the number 11 lineman for the Entanglements, and it's going to be Constantinople, the number 9 lineman for Odin. It's Nuffle. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah, okay, yep, yeah. Wave the, yeah, you pump your fist, that's cool. Okay, all right. Relax. Oh, come on, man. Von demanding death. I hope you get it. Look at these apothecaries. They're synchronizing their cleaver flips. It's like they're having a little show of their own. 3 on the line once again for the defense, screening out this Norse offense. The Norsemen will have 3 turns to try to get in the end zone to tie this ball game, and they really, really want to, because if they're down 0-1 at the half, they're going to be on defense to start the second half. So that means they kind of get their hand forced, and they have to get aggressive on defense to try to recover the ball and get on the board just to draw. Here's the kick. Deep kick. Brilliant coaching. The Entanglements did pick up a coach, but it's not going to help him here. Odin, it's Nuffle, gets back a reroll. Nuffle be praised. Mediocre Greatness, welcome to the stream. Mediocre Greatness has first TD against Odin all season. That is very true. So far this season, Odin, it's Nuffle, has scored 6 touchdowns and had 0 scored against them. That is no longer the case. Khan Kill, the first to score a touchdown against this Norse team. Line blocked down by the offense. She-Wolf, welcome to the stream. I am both well and having a nice weekend. Why does the beer bore always get selected? Stop it. Stop it with the beer bore. What has happened to my camera? There we go. I must have done something. I don't know why the beer bore always selects. Why? How do I? Boy. All right. So the Norse team going into mid-pitch here, trying to control mid-pitch after blocking down the defensive line. Yeah, you click middle mouse button to pin, but for whatever reason, it just repins for me like after drives, or not even after drives, like after turns. It's very strange. It's a very strange bug. Odin and Snuffle with a little over 5 minutes left on the bonus clock. They picked up a very, very crucial reroll here from the brilliant coaching event. Good recovery by Francia, the number 4 Valkyrie. Going to pass the ball to Frizia. Gets 2 more spaces of movement out of this. Frizia to move this ball up across the line of scrimmage to the opposing 2-yard line. Very well done here by Odin and Snuffle. Trying to get on the board. The beer boar on the back right corner of the cage. That is the most well-protected cage I've ever seen in my entire life. A foul against Town Square Knot by the number 13 beer boar. Doesn't get anything out of it, but does not get called off the pitch. Turn 6 for Entanglements. Entanglements now repositioning to get in front of this cage, trying to stop the score. Two-die block against the number 12 beer board. You can't knock him down. He's got his sea leg. He's got his heat legs. He's ready to go now. He's all set. One die block against the number 1 Ulfwerner here. Gets a knockdown. Michael Bolin on the block. No armor break. The Ulfwerners have sturdier armor than their teammates here with that 9+ armor. Also have a strength of 4. Four players back into the secondary for this Imperial Nobility team. Turn 7 for Odin and Snuffle. They have to end this turn in scoring position. And currently, this means the ball carrier needs at least 2 spaces of movement. Two-die block on the left side of the line. Gets the knockdown. Town Square Knot's going to stand firm. Controlling mid-pitch here puts Odin and Snuffle in a real good spot. Gives them lots of options to press forward. A removal on the left side of the pitch. That's a... is that 9v9? That is indeed 9v9 on the pitch now. Controlling center pitch means he has lots of movement options. It means the defense needs to protect against all these options. A mark taken by number 13 against Pat Cloverhitch. He's the left cornerback. Really a safety at this point. Two-die blitz. Pat Cloverhitch going to be knocked down here by St. Philibert. And got his armor broken. Big stun here for Odin and Snuffle. Pat Cloverhitch effective. Well, we'll see how the play develops. But they're out for turn 7. Turn 8, they're going to be down to 4 MA. So Clypheus trying to control the pitch here. Electric Man says that was a fast-moving pick. He's ready to go. It was a little hot when the game began, but he's got it together. He's all set. You might think to yourself, what, did he put ice in the barrel? No, man, he's not going to water down the beer. Get out of here. They got it. He's good. Must have iced the beer. No, he didn't. Oh no, failed dodge. And Nuffle's provided reroll kept Frisia on her feet. Oh, and it's Nuffle now has the ball on the opposing 16-yard line, just off the left sideline. Failed dodge, that could have been it. But Nuffle provided that reroll to keep this alive. Turn 7 for Entanglements. So I've been playing the Metal Gear Solid board game with a friend of mine, and it's really good. I mean, I love Metal Gear, so I'm very biased, but there's all sorts of like secrets in the game, I guess, and one of them's I won't tell you how you get it, but there's a secret in the game that references Metal Gear Solid 2 when Raiden is talking to Snake in Metal Gear Solid 2. He's like, he's trying to tell Snake that he's competent. He's like, I've done sneaking mission 60, combat mission 80. Well, sneaking mission 60 is a secret mission in the game, which I thought was really clever. One die blitz on the ball carrier. Skull's not going to do it. Has to spend the reroll here. Double skulls! That's it! It's going to be a 1-1 ball game here on turn 8. There'll be one more turn left in the half. Well done by Odin. It's Nuffle to get on the board. All right, you got to calm down too. Oh no, it's it's only one turn. 3'd out with heat stroke here in this final drive of the first half. It'll be just one turn unless there's a timeout. Oh, it's not 3. Oh, it's 2. It's 2 because the other one doesn't clear. So it's 2. 2 off the pitch. So 10v9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10v8. Nuffle giveth, and he taketh away. Oh, and it's Nuffle to screen out the end zone. It's a little forward on the end zone. 3 on the line, natural. Got to put 3 on the line. 5 on the line for the offense. Charles Windsor back to receive. Oh, I thought for sure he'd put these linemen up on the line here just in case there was a timeout. But we'll see what happens here on this, what's very likely to be the last kick of the first half. In fact, I think it has to be the first kick of the first half. Here's the kick. It's a high kick, so no score here for Entanglements. They're going to look to get some removals, get some casualties, get some SPP. Charles Windsor will probably end the turn with a pass, but no rerolls left. So the blocks will happen first with the players with the block skill. Looking for removals. Got an armor break. Only got a stun out of it. Constantinople. Taking a push against Roland Noose. Roland Noose with the broken neck. What a trooper playing. Another push on the line. We'll still have a blitz available. But nobody left with the block skill. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz against Constantinople. Got double pals out of this. Really wants an 8+. But didn't get it. So nothing to do now except pass unless Godkill's going to risk a foul. But I can't imagine that's going to happen. Pass it, Charles Windsor will pick up one SPP. Well, not when you fumble the pass. So that'll be it. 1-1 the score at the half here. Entanglements are going to be on offense for the second half of this game. So 2 out this drive as well due to heat stroke. That's right, they are. They are carrying the beer. Odin's, it's Nuffle will set up their defense to start the second half of this game. It's a tie ball game. Coming up after this game, scheduled for 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's about 47 minutes from now. Will be the Pip Stars versus the Gunner Gets. It'll be Lizards versus Goblins. I mean, the difference in height doesn't get too much different. I mean, difference in mass, I should say, doesn't get too much different than that. Lafayette setting up this offense, has 3 on the line. All 4. All right, pulling in this defense real tight. Has 3 linebackers. 2 corners are out pretty wide here. And then the 2 beer bores are the safeties in real tight on this formation. She will fast commentating that game also. Yes, I am. Yes, indeed, I am. And then after that, who knows? I might work on the League project I mentioned earlier. I might go back to rewatching Masters of the Universe on Netflix. Or I might go back to playing Metal Gear Solid 2. Who knows? Iron Cynic says, what is the green skill on the player? On the lineman here? This is a nega trait. It's called drunken or drunkard. This means that their rushes fail on a 1 or a 2 instead of a 1. All right, 4 on the line for the offense. Charles Windsor, the thrower, naturally back to receive. Here's the kick. 4 get to reposition on this solid defense. Ball kicked to the opposing 18-yard line, just inside the right wide zone. It will bounce a space. Oh, on the Ulfweiner. Where is he? There's no green skill on the Ulfweiners. Bounces 1 space back to the 20. Turn 9 down. Entanglements on offense. They got the first touchdown of the game on defense. And now looking to win this ball game. What's the player count? It's 4, 8, 9 versus 7, 8. It's 1-man player advantage for the Norsemen. No, I think I miscounted. No, I didn't. Well, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did not. Oh yeah. That's that drunkard nega trait. I can remove them if you want. If you just want to see the level 2 and higher skills, I can do that. I like to show them all until it gets very, very messy, just so people maybe who haven't seen these teams or maybe are new to Blood Bowl can kind of grok what's going on. Or even, I mean, you don't even need to be new to it. Just, there's lots of skills in play often. Yeah. As the season continues, it starts to get a little wacky, and then I typically, well, I don't know if typically is the right word, but I'll tend to turn them off. Charles Windsor on the ball pickup. Now has the ball on the 16-yard line, sending Michael Bolin downfield over in the left wide zone to the opposing 12. These blitzers, they not only have the block skill, they also have catch. Michael Bolin's level 3. He's picked up dodge and sidestep as well. He's a blodger with sidestep. An absolute nightmare piece. One die block on the nose tackle. Gets a push out of this. Oh, and it's Nuffle on turn 9. As this defensive team, boy, we're up against a pitch control team here. They'll need to sort of crack that strategy right now. They'll need to play around those pitch control skills against Con Kill and try to carve out some of this pitch for themselves so they can start to harass the ball carrier. Otherwise, it can be really difficult to actually get in on the ball at all. Double push against Ali Sheepman. He will stand firm and eat another block. This time it's a double pow. So a gap now. Down center pitch. And Odin and Snuffle are going to take advantage of that gap. Here comes Constantinople running toward the ball carrier. Which is a sentence I never in my life thought I would say. Did I block against Roger Overland? It's pushed back. Uses Fend, so Alt Clud cannot follow up. A push over in the left wide zone. Boy, I bought a whole bunch of games in the Steam sale. A bunch of like super nerd games, but like a lot of war games. Three players on this defense funneling through the line. Rush blitz. One die blitz rolls a skull. Will spend a reroll. Double skulls. That's a turnover. Turn 10 back to Entanglements. Came in on the rush blitz on the ball carrier. Just the one dive. It rolled double skulls. It doesn't matter what skills you have. A skull's going to knock you down. Black Wolf says, I spent almost $100 yesterday on the spring Steam sale. Yeah, I don't know how much I spent. It wasn't a whole lot. What did I buy? Let's see. I bought Sengoku Jidai, which is like a turn-based war game. Fields of Glory Medieval, Fields of Glory 2 Medieval, and Fields of Glory Kingdoms, which is really cool. Not that it says anything to do with Blood Bowl. But, oh, going for the pass right from the get-go here. Ready for the interference roll. Good reception by Pat Cloverhitch. Is he just going to score right here? My God. Oh, I was like, wow. He's going to hang out on the 24-yard line. Can anybody get back there? I don't think they can. Wow, good pass here by Con Kills Entanglements. SP Beaver says, so passing is viable in Blood Bowl. All right, so Fields of Glory. So there was a game a few years ago called, so there's a game called Fields of Glory 2. Rolled a skull, re-rolls into another double skull, Nuffle! I mean, whatever you feel is best, Nuffle, is always good by me. Praise be your name. Turn 10 now for Odin. It's Nuffle. Double skulls resulting in a turnover against Cole Carrickbend over in the right wide zone. But there was Fields of Glory 2, which was like a Roman tactical war game. And then there was Fields of Glory Empires, which was a Roman grand strategic war game. But in that game, you could feed your battles out into the tactical game. It was great. I think it's a very underappreciated. I don't know how underappreciated it is since they have a sequel, but so recently they came out with the grand strategic version of Fields of Glory Medieval called Fields of Glory Kingdom. So I bought that. I'm very excited to try that out. What else did I buy? I bought Dissidia, which I have on like the PS4 or something, which is the Final Fantasy fighting game. I liked it a lot, but nobody else apparently did. It's a 3v3 fighting game. I think that's it. Oh, I bought a game called World Warfare and Economics because I know how to have fun. 43 seconds to go here in turn number 10. Blitz downfield against Michael Bolin. Gets a POW. Looking for a 9+. Needed the POW to knock down this blitzer as a blodger. SPB says Metaphor Refantasia is on sale. That game is brilliant, but I'm a big Persona fan. I had a lot of fun with that game. I recommend every single Persona-like game out there. I like Shin Megami Tensei as well. It's a sing game about ants, because I also know how to have fun. Whee! Electric Man says nothing gets the party started like economics. So, there's another game I have. Oh, the beer boar! Oh, that genuinely broke my heart. Oh, no! He just slid, like, broke his knees. Turn 11 for Entanglements. So you joke, Electric Man, but I have a game that I play that I love a lot called Capitalism Lab. It is by far and away the most complex and detailed business and economics game ever made. And it just came out with a new DLC. Hooray! Gecko88, welcome to the stream. I have no idea what that game is, but it sounds like something you would play. I like it a lot. 1 minute to go here in turn 11. Stand up blitz. Gets a POW with Michael Bolin. Looking for an 8+ against St. Philibert. No armor break. Entanglements. Threatening to score. Going to try to stall for as long as humanly possible. Push back at the line of scrimmage. And now one die block against Constantinople. This is not going to work unless a reroll is spent, but I doubt he'll spend the reroll here. Yeah, just going to eat it. Poor journeyman. He told his wife just before the game, he's like, no, it'll be fine. It's just one game. This will be my last game and then I'm retiring. They need me. Conkill needs me. And now he's going home with with a broken face. Turn 11 now for Odin. It's Nuffle. 2-die block back at the line of scrimmage here. Gets a knockdown. So this is what the wrestle skill does on both down results. And typically, that block skill would have saved Alt Clud. But the wrestle skill says if you get knocked down, then both players can get knocked down, but it's not an armor break, not a turnover. It's a great skill to have on fragile pieces. Just keeps them alive a little bit longer. Yeah, I think that's all I bought. There is a new Atelier game coming out in a couple of days. Frenzy follow-up into a 1-die against Charles Windsor, against... by Constantinople against Charles Windsor. 2 pushes toward the sideline. A knockdown against Town Square Knot. No armor break. 30 seconds to glow. Yeah, 30 seconds to glow. 30 seconds to shine! Here's the blitz. Back on the pocket. Double skulls! Are you kidding me? Gets a double push out of this. Fens, so the blitzer cannot follow up. Blitzer repositions to take a mark on Michael Bolin. Turn 12 for Entanglements. Will they score or will they stall? I imagine they'll score, but we'll see what Conkill decides here. 2 rerolls remaining for the game. Tie ball game, 1-1. Takes a mark on the beer boar. Various towns in northwest England. Almost any block against the beer boar will be a 3-die block, and it's just a 6+ to break armor. Ah, he's going to score. I think he had to there. Well done. 2-1 the score. Conkill takes back the lead. So again, it's going to be 2 out with Heatstroke here in this upcoming drive. A little more than a quarter to get back on the board here for Odin. It's Nuffle. The defense down to just 7 on the pitch. Black Wolf rooting for this offense. That's right. That is the these are the only 2 touchdowns that have been scored against Odin. It's Nuffle. Very well played by Conkill here this evening. So 7 on the pitch for the defense. They're running out of players, but so is the offense. They're down to 8. The Heat is... Oh, it's 3. The Heat is just really taking its toll on these 2 teams. Zillus the Noodle, welcome to the stream. Should be more Skaven on the pitch. Yes, yes. More Skaven, yes, yes. Coming up after this game, we're going to have Lizards versus Goblins. That'll be Dead Fred versus Cobblestorm. A nice game of 7s, yeah. Here's the kick. It's a high kick. Francie, they're going to try to get under this ball here. It'll be a 50-50 reception. And it worked out. Turn 12 now for Odin Snuffle. Final turn of the 3rd quarter. They're down 1 touchdown. Might be playing for a draw at this point. Armor break on the right side of the defensive line. Gets a stun out of this. This late in the game, these stuns could be pretty big here, provided the offense can capitalize on it. Knocks down the left defensive end. Gets a knockdown here as well against Henry Rolling Hitch. The stars here, the two blitzers and the two Valkyries still on the pitch. But it looks like setting up for a blitz on number 2. Michael Boland's gonna get a PAL at 9+ breaks armor. Michael Boland gets knocked down, no armor break. Sidesteps forward. Blitzer repositions to take a mark on Roger Overland, the right cornerback. Con Kill with a fantastic defense right out of the gate in this game, and then a fantastic offense just exploded right from the first turn for both sides of the ball, right? Both on offense and on defense. On offense, just move that ball right up to the line of scrimmage, pass the ball, got it to the end zone ASAP. Setting up a cage over the opposing 2-yard line now. Odin, it's Nuffle. They could also have a passing game. The problem is it's the two Valkyries, right? They're both catchers and passers. So if you wanted to threaten the pass, then one Valkyrie would be much further away from number 4. Fourth and final quarter begins here. Entanglements with 2 rerolls. They're in the lead 2-0. Looking to defend for a quarter to be the first team to defeat Odin, it's Nuffle this season. She-Wolf says, I need to feed the dogs, but I don't want to step away. Feed the dogs. There's always the VOD. On that block, it's a knockdown on Frizia. No armor break. Khan gets a skull here in the right wide zone. Running against the number 5 blitzer, gets the knockdown here. Will follow up and mark the ball carrier. If Conkill wins this game this evening, they'll advance into 3rd place, but they'll have just as many league points as Odin and Snuffle. It'll be 9 apiece. They'll have the exact same records. Turn 13 for Odin and Snuffle. A POW on the right side of this would-be cage. Two-dive block against Michael Boland. Gets a push out of this, but he can sidestep to wherever he'd like to be. Follows up and marks. Follows up and keeps Michael Boland marked by Rathun. Odin, it's Nuffle. Looks to be shifting this ball back to center pitch, but who's going to cover the ball carrier? Two-die block against Town Square Knot over on the left side of the line. Gets a push out of this, but Town Square Knot likely to stand firm. Nope. Decides not to. Frenzy follow-up. Gets another push out of this. Stands firm this time. Segdor Sloop says, Nuffle will cover the ball carrier. Nuffle, the 12th man. 20 seconds to go here in turn 13. Just one reroll left for each team. Clive is trying to decide what to do with this ball carrier. Will he stay in place? Will he try to swing these players around and then try to control a lane? No. Looks to be moving the ball up to here. There it is. Two-die blitz by the ball carrier. Gets the knockdown on Pat Cloverhitch. Breaks armor. Big armor break, too. Gets a stun out of this. Huge stun. Didn't have the block skill. Took the blitz with the ball carrier against the blitzer. Got the knockdown and broke armor. Turn four. Nuffle is great. Blackwolf says Nuffle is the 12th, 13th, and 14th man. 3 turns left in this ball game. Conkill in the lead, trying to stop this score. Both teams out of players, predominantly due to the heat stroke. This perhaps final drive of the game has been all 3 players out with heat stroke. Entanglements losing one of those stand firm players, one of their control players. 1 die block over on the left side of the line. Gets a knockdown here. This frees up Town's square knot. Number 4, a bodyguard. He's the other player with stand firm. He's going in the blitz on the ball carrier. 1 die blitz. Gets a push out of this. Will it be a reroll? It is! It's just a push. So that's it. No more rerolls for the Imperial Nobility team. But they're going to push the ball carrier to the right and is now marked by Michael Bowling. 1 reroll left for the Norse team. SP Beaver says, I would have taken the uphill block there, but there's a reason I have not won the Blood Bowl as well. I mean, there's a reason why I haven't. Oh man, I played this great game. There's a company 3+ dodge over on the right side. So dodges away from the ball carrier. Turn 14 now for Odin. It's Nuffle. Big turn here. 2 die block against Town Square Knot. The Wolf winner on the block gets the knockdown. Clears the ball carrier. The ball carrier can score on 1 GF or 1 rush. Gets the assist for the 2 die against Floyd Truckerhitch. Gets the POW out of this. Big armor break here as well. Huge armor break. Where can the ball carrier get? Oh. Yeah, that's right. The only reason I'm not there is because everybody else beaten me. Oh, let's hope. He got the rush. He's gonna score right here. Clyphus, you have Spire to thank for that, with lowering the rush failure rate from the required 900% to the frankly kind of cheaty 99%. So Entanglements are going to get the ball here for 2 more turns. Can they win this game? 2 out in this final drive, perhaps, of the ball game. 2 out with heat stroke. This time it's going to be one of the Beer Boars and the Ulfwerner for the Norse team. It's going to be, oh no, it's going to be one of the Blitzers and a bodyguard for the Imperial Nobility team. There's a company named Button Shy that makes these great little pocket games, tabletop games. They're generally card games. They come in like a little... That's right, hold the line. SP Beaver, thank you for the bits. They come in these little wallets, and I played one called Converge, and it was super fun. It's super simple, and so I was really impressed by the design of it. It's like a card game. You mix 3 different decks together, and then you share that deck between you and your opponent, and you only have a hand of 3 cards. And I don't want to call it magic, but here's the kick. Oh, it's a touchback. And the entanglements now to get a free reroll. Nuffle is fair sometimes, maybe. So now both coaches with a reroll left. 2 turns left in this game. It's a tie ball game, 2-2, and they get the ball in the hands of Pat Cloverhitch on the touchback. Pat Cloverhitch on the line of scrimmage, fastest player on the roster, is free to move, and there he goes to the opponent. Failed the rush! 2 rushes, spent the reroll that Nuffle provided. Pat Cloverhitch on the opposing 18-yard line wants to win this game for his team, to be the first team to defeat Odin It's Nuffle this season. Takes a mark behind Francia, gets between where she wants to be and where she is. Good marks here, these 2 marks. What this is doing, taking these 2 orthogonal marks against this player, means that everywhere she goes is a negative dodge right now. Turn 15 for Odin It's Nuffle. Penultimate turn for the team. They've got to do something. Knockout on the line of scrimmage. Here's the blitz. Rush blitz. Rush blitz. Got through the rush. Gonna try to surf the ball carrier. No! It was 2 rushes! It was 2 rushes to get to the ball carrier! Oh! Oh! So what happens here, when you take a blitz, it's a move and a block all in one. So the Ulfwerener here has an MA of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rush the block, has to follow up due to frenzy, but no more rushes left. Can't take the frenzy follow-up. What a game this has been. 2 on the line of scrimmage. Gets Ollie Sheetbend. Gets a knockdown. Can anybody do anything? Now it's just marking out players to try to prevent them from helping out the ball carrier here. Gonna leave this down to the number 4 Valkyrie on the blitz. Good KO here. Doesn't have to worry about that lineman on a wacky dodge. It wouldn't have happened anyway, I think. Can anybody get back to help this ball carrier? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1 die blitz with the block skill for Pat Cloverhitch. But it would be a 2 die uphill. I think he'd prefer the dodges. With no rerolls left, this is going to have to be... I think this is going to have to be a 4+ to a 3+. Einstein says, so 4 plus 3 plus or red dice? Yeah, exactly right. It's either a 4 plus 3 plus or a 2 die uphill with the block skill. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Tried to dodge away Frisia. And that's it. Turn 16 for Entanglements. Do they win this game? Do they win this game? What will be the decision for Con Kill? Is it the 2-die uphill with the block skill advantage? Or is it 4+ to a 3+? Standing up players first, like a diligent coach. Dorvmon, welcome to the stream. 4+, 3+ looks better, I think. Yeah, I think that's the right call. No rerolls left. That first dodge is a 50-50. Con Kill furiously punching things into a calculator, I have to imagine. Minute 8 left on the clock in this final turn for Entanglements. They have 4 minutes, 52 seconds in the ball. Failed the dodge! Got through the 50-50, failed the 3+, and they're KO'd for their trouble. So that's going to be it. This is a 2-2 ball game. Odin, its Nuffle remains undefeated. Wow, what a well-played game this has been. My goodness gracious. Absolutely fantastic. Oh boy. SP Beaver says, where's the pig? I think one was KO'd and one is out with sweltering heat. Or with heat stroke. I mean, he's very furry. He's carrying a barrel of beer on his. Like, you couldn't even see him on the picture. My goodness, what a very well played game by both coaches. This was so exciting, so well played. I mean, you saw Con Kill with that play style, just got in aggressive with the defense, took advantage of that shallow kick, did very well on defense, did very well on offense as well. Clypheus able to hold this. I mean, Clypheus, we've seen Clypheus as an excellent coach, and played a great game as well. Was able to, even after that heavy aggression early from Entanglements, was able to recover, and we'll get a draw out of this. Very, very well played. He did indeed complete a pass. That's right. Iron Cynic says uphill is a 5 out of 9 to turnover. Didn't see if he had a reroll, but uphill with reroll I think is better. He did not have a reroll. Yeah, GG's indeed. Like, truly very well played. I think both coaches should be very, very proud of their play here. This is an absolutely stellar performance by both coaches. Looking for some SPP here. Was not getting it. Repositions for a block here on Roger Overland. Gets the knockdown. Looking for an 8+. Doesn't get it. Now takes the 1 die against Ollie Sheepbend. This will be a wrestle down to the ground. Now the 4+ pickup. Did he declare the pass? He didn't declare the pass. Oh, he can't pass. He's an all-forwarder. That's the game. 2 to do the final. Well done. Boy, that was so good. Very well played game by both coaches. And Odin, its Nuffle, will remain in second place. They're undefeated, but their their perfect record stained here now. They are 3-1-0 in this competition. But Conkill, hot on his heels. I mean, look at this Division C. You've got Doug the Minotaur, Clypheus, Moob, and Conkill all in the top 4. They're really, really fighting it out. And even the lower half of the division, I mean, the Savage Boys, War Horsemen, Tizzle Bizzle, everybody's still viable. I mean, very, very competitive division here. I just can't wait to see how regulation works out here in week 5. But we've got our second game of our doubleheader coming up in just a few minutes. We'll take a break for like 5 minutes. We'll send it to the we'll make it like 3 minutes. We'll send it to a 3-minute countdown, and then we'll get this second game of our doubleheader underway here. It's going to be Lizards versus Goblins. Go get something to drink. Take a restroom break. Do what you need to do. We'll see you back here for game number 2.